Hey YouTube, how's it going? Mevlin back here again with another Alchemy Stars video, and for this one I'll be taking my Wrath into Ascension 3. So I've been showcasing my fire team and my electric team the last couple of days, so I did a quick poll just to see which ones you guys are more interested on, and I'm kind of surprised because I was willing to build Joni Boom for my fire team, and I guess nobody really wants to see that. Looks like most people want me to be working on my electric team, specifically try to make Vivian work on this team, so I'm going to be doing that for the next couple days. Since I'm going to be upgrading my lightning team, the first unit you should always be upgrading is going to be your main DPS, and for my comp in my lightning team, it's going to be Wrath. If you don't know how Wrath works, here is a quick rundown of her skills. Everything is going to revolve around her chain combo. Her chain combo is her only source of damage. Meanwhile, her active skill is just a steroid that buffs her chain combos, and her equipment skill is just another multiplier for her chain combo. So everything is all about her chain combos. Now her chain combo is actually really good. It is probably fairly unique in that it is the only global range ability that is able to do splash damage. The biggest downside with her chain combo is that it doesn't hit that many targets. Like most other snipers are able to hit 2 to 4 targets, meanwhile Wrath over here is only able to hit 1 to 3. Her first tier, which is fairly cheap, it only costs you 3 tiles, is only able to hit 1 target, meanwhile the second tier hits 2, and then the third tier hits 3. Now this doesn't necessarily mean that she's bad against a lot of enemies. So long as they're clumped up, she's going to do well because of the splash damage. She's going to hit a lot of targets so long as they're grouped together. Now her active skill is just going to be a steroid for her chain combo. It has a crazy long cooldown though. It has a cooldown of 5 rounds, which is really long. The upside is that it lasts for 2 rounds. And it affects both turns when you Aurora time. So the best use of this is to stack up some yellow tiles and then try to do Aurora time for 2 rounds. That way you quadruple the effect of this active skill. And lastly, her equipment skill is just going to be another boost for her chain combo. It's a 15% increased damage at the beginning, but once you max this out, it goes all the way up to 30%, which is quite a lot. 30% for an equipment skill is a really good boost. But you need to be working with her ammo though. She has an ammo mechanic, and the best way for me to describe this is that, first of all, at the beginning of each round, she does get 1 bullet. And most rounds you're going to be only using 1 bullet because you'll be doing 1 chain combo. But there are situations where you'll be using multiple bullets per round, and one of that is with Aurora time, because with Aurora time you take another turn, so that way you're using 2 bullets in that round. And the other way to be using multiple bullets is going to be with her active skill. Depending on how many units you're going to be hitting with her active skill, she'll be using 2 to 3 bullets every single time. Just make sure that if you're planning for a huge turn, if you're going to do Aurora time with the active skill, make sure that you have enough bullets to maximize her equipment skill. If you're kind of confused on how her bullets work right now, don't worry, I'll be explaining that a little bit in the video later. In terms of breakthroughs, they're pretty good, but they're not super mandatory. The first one reduces the skill cooldown by 1, which is nice. It goes from 5 turns to 4 turns, which is really convenient. And the last one increases the splash damage by 20%, so it goes up from 30% all the way up to 50%. Again, these are pretty nice, but if you don't have dupes of Wrath, I wouldn't feel too bad. They're not super mandatory compared to other 6-star breakthroughs. And finally, once you get her to Ascension 3, it makes it easier for you to be able to get bullets. Now when a fire or thunder Orion uses an active skill, you now get 1 more bullet, which is nice. That way you don't have to worry about your bullet count anymore. And finally, the moment we've all been waiting for, getting to finally see her Ascended art. So to showcase Wrath, I'm just going to be doing it here in Electric Spire 37, because when I'm pretty weak in lightning, so I was stuck here for quite a while until I upgraded my Wrath. So apologies that it's not super high, but you know, I think now I could beat it because now I ascended my Wrath and I should have enough damage to beat this boss. And it's a pretty good fight to showcase Wrath, I think, because we'll be trying to one-shot this boss, and that's how you're supposed to do this fight. The best way to do this fight is you're going to be running around changing colors with your converters and then waiting for the boss to change to the appropriate color. So right now he did change to blue. He does change colors every single turn, and I think it is completely random. But it changed blue now, but we're not ready, so we're going to be running around, changing as many yellow tiles as we can, and then once our cooldowns are ready, that's when we're going to go ham and one-shot the boss, or kill the boss in one turn with all our cooldowns up. Also, do note that I have my Vivian in my lead. I'm going to do a Vivian showcase eventually once, you know, I have the rest of the team ready and I can showcase Vivian, but you need to be putting Vivian as a leader. That's because she needs to be able to move first with her chain combos, and that's when her equipment activates, which means if you have her in the lead, that's the only way for the rest of your team to get the attack boost. Again, I'll do an explanation later, and I'll definitely showcase Vivian because I guess that's what people wanted to see for the most part. They want to see how Vivian works. And yeah, but right now, you know, this is more for Wrath, just because that's how we're supposed to order our priorities. We should always upgrade our main DPS first, and my main DPS is going to be Wrath. So boss changes yellow. We're still not ready. Our Wrath is already ready here in terms of our cooldown, but since the boss changes yellow, we're just gonna run around again. There's enough yellow tiles for us to do double 15, so there's definitely 30 tiles here, so we can Aurora time and use our skills. Here I'm gonna change back to Vivian lead. Like I said, this is the only way for us. You'll see in the UI when she procs. This was a mistake. There's no reason for me to do this. I could have done this after. Yeah, I could have just used that skill after I Aurora time, but that was definitely a huge mistake. So now all my skills are ready, and I'm gonna try to maximize my tile runs. Yeah, I was trying to like maximize here, trying to do a double cycle, but I kind of realized there's no reason to. I'll just try to 15 the first basic attack. So I'm gonna take as many tiles as I need to. That way I get 15 on that first basic. That's good enough. Here I'm trying to see if I end my turn here, I can't really Aurora time well. So I'm just gonna end my turn here. That way I guarantee another lap of Aurora time next turn. And note here, Vivian is going to do a chain combo, and then her UI lights up. So that's when you know that you're getting that attack boost, and that's why you put her in the first, on the lead. That way everyone else afterwards is going to be getting a decent attack boost. That was really good damage from Wrath. Her active skill doubles the damage of her chain combos, and it's quite a lot. And this should be a kill here. GG, pretty clean kill. And that is going to be it for this one. I'm sorry it's a little scuffed on the debut side, only floor 37. But like I mentioned, my lightning team is fairly fresh, so I'm slowly going to be working on this. I'm probably going to be focusing on my lightning team, trying to bring it all the way to floor 80, because one, I think this team is really fun, and I think this team can work in floor 80, especially Wrath. What I think about Wrath is that she's a really good DPS unit. The problem is that's all she does though. She doesn't have any utility. So if you're bringing Wrath, make sure that you're bringing a lot of utility with the rest of your team. Bring some damage boosts, bring some teleports, bring some tile conversions. That way you can make sure that Wrath is going to be doing her job. And I'm pretty excited to bring her in floor 80 of the Spire because she has so much burst potential with her active up. I think I can one-shot those little ads, and I'm pretty excited to do that. But for everyone that stuck all the way through, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.